Let's go live. It's Reason Speak on Tuesday, 17th of March, 2015. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Look, I think this is almost green. That's about it for greenness in my life, but I'm not really sure I understand St. Patrick's Day too much. I guess not having a drop of Irish blood in me excuses me. Today we have with us Mr. Lou Pliskin, who is the co-host, and that's what it looks like. Hello. That is muted, by the way. There.
There we are.
There you go. You're unmuted. Okay, sweet. Hello.
Yes,
hello.
I'm here, and I have no clue what's going on today.
Excellent. That's two of us. Oh shit! I'm talking to myself here. Hold on a minute. Okay, so and we also have Rob with us today, Mr. Rob DeRusso. Here we go, Rob. Hi, Rob.
How's it going?
Now, last time Rob was here as well, he looked a little different. He kind of had longer hair, he had a beard, he had a mustache. He was a good-looking kid.
Yeah, I clean up well, don't I?
He had a haircut, and he had a shave. And what the
yeah,
hell
well, I
did
only
he do
shaved because I was doing a video project, which is already done. So yeah.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. I am pissed. I'm really pissed off. I just want to tell you because SecularTv is where free speech is taken seriously. Really, really seriously. Now, I am specifically pointing to Saudi Arabia and Myanmar, you fuckheads. You know what's going on? There's this Raif Badawi in Saudi Arabia. He's still in fucking jail. He's still expected to get his 1,000 floggings. He's still got 10 years in jail. And he still might be sentenced to death. And what are we doing about it? Fuck all. You know, admittedly, Raif Badawi's wife and kids live here in Canada. Thank goodness for that. Raif himself is a Saudi Arabian, so the whole world, every secularist out there, every country with a president or prime minister with a conscience has to get this guy out of jail. Now, you want to hear something really fucked? This is fucked. Myanmar, Burma. There's this bar or club or whatever in Myanmar, and the owner and somebody else from the bar, two I guess Burmese or Myanmarese, whatever the fuck they're called, and a New Zealander. In order to advertise a night of drinking and partying at their club, they created a poster, and on the poster was a picture or some kind of a image of Buddha wearing headphones. That's it. Buddha wearing headphones. For that, they got sentenced to, I think, 2 years in jail. So fuck you, Buddhists. Fucking tell me that you don't believe in shit and you believe in free speech. Fuck you, Buddha. And fuck you, Muhammad. And fuck you, Allah. I mean, fuck you. You don't believe in free speech. Fuck you.
Wow.
Okay, well, I know I've been overly eloquent this intro, and I think I feel a little bit better now. We've just also been joined by Mental Outlaw.
Yes.
Hello.
What music was Buddha listening to? If they had him listening to I don't know, to anybody who just sucks these days, you know, Katy Perry, some shit like that, I might kill someone if I was a Buddhist.
Yeah, well, okay, well, maybe I should have I should have listened to you before I did my rant.
Buddha listens to Pink Floyd, though. I think we all know that.
No, but the thing is, I've always been in all these hangouts I've had with theists. Buddhism is always brought up every time. Oh, it's a peaceful, doesn't have a whatever god, and it's very peaceful, and meditation and bullshit. Fuck you, Myanmar.
I was thinking Buddha would probably listen to something crazy like Yanni.
Yeah, that kind of surprises me because it's like, Buddhist, they're one of those religions you never really hear about them doing anything fucked up. I mean, you think that they're the ones that just keep to themselves and meditate under the under the fig tree, I believe.
The fig tree with the cool stream.
Yeah, I mean, that's fucked up. I mean, damn,
sorry,
I've got a little Buddha head statue in my room just because it looks cool, but damn.
I made a mistake. They aren't sentenced to 2 years in jail. Shit, I'm sorry. Fucking 3 years in jail.
What? So you didn't get it right.
I'm sorry. I am so fucking sorry. In fact, I'm so pissed that I'm going to share this with you. This headline. If I can figure out why I'm so.
What I would like to know is that even an actual tenet of Buddhism to not depict Buddha? Is that actually part of Buddhism?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't care.
Because it sounds to me like people are just.
Look. Myanmar sentences 3 to prison for depicting Buddha wearing headphones. What the fuck?
I can't say that.
Maybe they consider that blasphemy or just being disrespectful. I mean, I don't agree with it. I definitely don't agree with it. There was a case like last year where this guy, this teenager, I think he was like 14, 15 years old. He was doing something sexual to a statue of Jesus or Mary or something. I don't remember what exactly happened, but he's facing jail time for desecrating.
Oh yeah. I remember that. I did a video covering that.
To stay on the subject.
Well, I was just making an example.
On the subject of Myanmar and these guys that are being sentenced to fucking 3 years in prison. I just want to read something to you. It's on the screen here. It says, the court
the fat guy,
Huh?
I mean, they grew up there. They should have known better than to insult the fat guy and piss off all the old people.
Yeah, but you know what? Look at this law. The image, the court said that the image denigrated Buddhism and was a violation of Myanmar's Religion Act, which prohibits insulting, damaging, or destroying religion. It is clear the act of the bar offended the majority religion in the country, said the judge. Fuck you! Jesus, I hate Buddhists now.
What did Myanmar used to be called?
Burma.
Burma.
Sorry, Rob.
Sorry about what?
I'm sorry for anything I do to you in the future.
But okay.
No, but Buddhists don't have any claim to sanity. If you've lived in any Southeast Asian countries, you've lived among Buddhists, and they have superstitions just like every other society. So, and they have a history too, like
it's not that.
On fire and stuff.
Right, but it's not that. It's just that I have been always told that Buddhists are the sort of a peaceful religion, and Buddha is all cool and chill.
No, it's just like I always break Buddhism down into the two groups, like the religious Buddhism and the philosophical Buddhism, because the religious Buddhism, you got the lucky cats and the magic pennies and all the same crazy crap that you'd have here in the West.
I know, it's fucked. Considering, look at Myanmar's actions, look at Saudi Arabia's actions, and look at SecularTv's actions. Our goal here at SecularTv is to help promote unique and interesting content while focusing on a variety of diverse ideas that appeal to various groups in the secular community. That's what our goal is. Free speech, which we take very seriously.
And we'll use drones to enforce that.
And we enforce free speech. There is one other bit of house cleaning I'd like to bring up, and that is to all of you out there, the viewers. Oh, well, one of you right now, but the rest of you when you catch up. We have a contest. We have a contest coming up. Now, what we're doing is we are asking viewers to cut out clips of their favorite moments from any of the shows on Secular TV and send them to us here in the comments. We've got categories that you can invoke. There are 2 categories. One is called outtakes, mistakes, and funny moments. And the second category is called serious, inspirational, and great points. So, cut out your clips. Some rules. The clips should be, or must be, 5 to 45 seconds. No longer than 45 seconds, please.
That's kind of short.
You must have the show and the episode noted in the description. Clips can be multi-clip mashups, but do not have to be. And any Secular TV team members are not invited to participate. Now, after we have enough clips, the Secular TV leader team will pick the top 5 in each category and then let the public decide the winner of each with a public voting video. Wow, I can't wait.
So
yes.
just to clarify for people's, just comment on any, put like a link in the comment of any video, or is there a particular...
In the link of Secular TV.
So that there's no particular video or location to send links to?
To Secular TV, the Facebook page, Secular TV, you can upload there.
All right, the Facebook page. All right.
Am I a team member or not? Because I just kind of show up.
You are a content creator. You are not invited.
He is not.
I guess that applies to me too, huh?
Yes. You're a content creator, mental.
Not a content creator. It's because I don't have a beard, isn't it? I see how you guys run things here.
It's not that.
I had a beard about a week ago.
It's a lack of lipstick and mascara.
Oh, I can go grab my lipstick and mascara and put it on.
You sit down and you don't move.
Well, see, yeah, you messed up, Rob. You cut your beard off. You ain't gonna get no respect here no more.
Hey, I cut my beard off for creative reasons, okay?
You'll know when you're a Secular TV content contributor. You'll
I cleaned up for creative reasons.
I think Kenny has a good point. He's not a content creator.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm on the fence. We're dating right now.
But I thought you were.
We're not serious.
You can compete now. Try to get the
pull you in.
Right.
I'm on the fence right now about being a content creator. I kind of want to. I'm thinking about it. I'm taking things slow, man. I don't want to jump into a relationship with Secular TV.
I got an update from Saudi Arabia. What's that dude's name? The dude that's getting whipped?
Raif Badawi.
Yeah. He just put out a little press release. You guys want to see it?
Yes, I do.
Sure.
Okay, let me see. Get this working.
This is going to be. This is going to be educational.
Yeah.
What? Nothing shows you know, but I'm not dead. There. He said he's not dead. Yes, he is. I'm not. Well, he will be soon. He's very ill. I'm getting better. No, you're not. You'll be stone dead in a moment. Oh, I can't take it like that. So guess Ricky Lane.
So that's how things currently are going.
Brian.
Yeah, that's what like
Brian.
So yeah, he said he's not dead.
Who's not dead?
Raif.
No, I never said he was dead. But he's in jail for fucking being an atheist, for fuck's sake.
But he's not dead yet, and he was supposed to be, so that's good news, right?
Oh, wonderful news, yes. Let's celebrate it. Let's celebrate Rafe in chains.
He is not dead yet.
Because he's alive!
Well, that's progress, right?
Hey, can I ask you guys a question? There's this organization called Amnesty International. How come they're not doing anything about this?
They don't do anything. They just report and investigate and shit.
What the fuck does that do?
They're a non-profit. What do you want them to do? Hire soldiers and like fly some drones in and blow up a prison?
Indeed.
Actually, Lou, since you're the only one here who's ex-military, I want you specifically to go to Saudi Arabia yourself with...
He'll get killed.
I don't know, whatever... No, Lou is Rambo. Lou is going to go to Saudi Arabia
Because I
an Uzi or whatever fucking guns you guys use. You're going to shoot up a bunch of shit. You're going to rescue the guy on your back. You will then sprout wings and fly back to America. That's the only way. And the theme song "I Am a Real American" will play during your entire flight.
But can I land on an aircraft carrier?
Perhaps.
And they have to have like a dinosaur there for me too.
Say what?
I have to have a dinosaur and a picture of Ronnie Reagan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately, and I've been listening to a lot of. I've been in Hangouts lately, and I don't know why. Is it the time of the season or what it is? But there's a lot of questions. A lot of people are asking other people, if you could go back in time, who would you like to talk to, and what time would you like to, like what time period would you like to go, and blah 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 blah. And I've heard all sorts of answers and all sorts of people that other people want to meet. But I've decided what I want to do, and I want to do something that's going to be positive, and it's going to save a lot of shit. And what I want to do is, if I was to go back in time, I'd go back to the morning of the Pearl Harbor attack and take those reports seriously that were sent in from the outer reaches, that by the Army or the Air Force or whoever, that observation that there was an attack coming in which was ignored. That's what I would do. Thank you.
I would go back in time and meet Abraham Lincoln.
All right.
Help him kill some vampires?
No, I would just warn him that he's about to be assassinated. I'd try to help the guy. I'd be like, look, dude, this guy named John Wilkes Booth is going to try to assassinate you. I won't even go to the theater. Stay home.
See, you're going to destroy the timeline, time
Well,
stream.
look what Booth do. Look what cities do. He's like, he's talking about Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, let's not worry about the time
America.
stream.
It's the same thing.
The fabric of the universe will come unraveled.
Fuck the time. Fuck the universe.
What is this, Hot Tub Time Machine? We can't change the past here?
No, can't change nothing. You'll ruin the entire universe.
No, but the time machine has got anytime you want pizza.
Well, that ruins my idea. I've had my friends ask me this type of shit. I mean, if you get 3 or more stoners in a room, eventually you're going to talk about time travel. It always involves me doing some type of debaucherous like shit that eventually saves a bunch of people. Like one of the ones I bring up is I would go back in time to pre-Nazi Germany, find Hitler, and get Hitler a really hot Jewish hooker, and get a Jewish chick to fuck his Aryan brains out, and then he'll probably marry her. No Holocaust.
Nice.
Saved the Holocaust with one. I mean, I prevented the Holocaust with one Jewish hooker.
Yeah, but didn't he hate Jews? I think,
Nice work. Nobel Prize for this man.
yeah, but I think back in his early days he hated Jews, because I know he fought in World War I, and he tried blaming the Jews for like the loss of World War I.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was something along those lines. I mean,
There
just
are no
find a
ranges.
Jewish girl that can change his.
Blame
Find
the
a
Jewish
good,
communists.
classy Jewish girl without a gag reflex to change
Okay,
his
all
mind.
you guys
I
are
don't think there's going to be one Jewish girl that's going to take that.
all you guys are going to throw away your one chance to travel back in time on doing these humanitarian efforts, and you're just going to ruin the whole experience of time travel.
I would travel back in time to the
No.
night I was conceived and make sure my father wore a condom. That's what I would do.
But then you wouldn't exist, Sidney.
That's right. What a fucking stupid life. What a stupid world without God. How can I live in it?
You just gotta keep on fighting the good fight, you know?
So if I was going back in time, I'd do it right, and I try to I had to track down Freud and like go have a night on the town drinking with him because he was a freaky motherfucker, and
Yeah, very true.
get him
Right.
drunk, and then get in a bar fight and kick his ass.
You kicked Freud's ass.
Yes, I would kick Freud's ass
Why?
because he was a crazy bastard.
Well, I know that. I have a
Well,
degree in
you just
psychology.
do
I
this.
know how crazy he
He
was.
masturbated more women than you ever will.
I doubt that, but sure.
Well, that's great. So you're complaining about us interrupting the space-time continuum, and you're gonna beat this guy up. You don't think that'll mess anything up? You think he's just gonna be so hungover he'll forget about it?
Yeah, it'll just be a regular bar fight. He won't remember a damn thing.
In fact, you're going to have to go back to quite possibly the century prior, because he was quite old by the time the war came. I mean, when did he die, actually? It's Freud.
Yeah, hell if I know.
I know
so-
he had some kind of a...
I'll
I know he had
Google
some
it.
kind of
Hang on.
He had some kind of a mouth cancer that he... I think that's what he died of, but
Ugh,
I'm not sure.
yeah, cancers are
That
icky.
sucks.
Ziggy Freud.
So since Lou is the rule maker of time travel, my alternate thing I would want to do is go back in time to before, I think it was either Nixon or Reagan, whichever one started the drug war,
It was Reagan.
No,
and
there was-
smoke them up. Get them
Freud died.
really fucked up. And for this one, I need to be able to bring something besides myself back with me. Like, I want to go into Colorado and get some Colorado weed from, like, now and bring it back with me. That way we've got the really potent shit. So, like, I want him... I don't want to just get him regular high. I want to get him, like, talking to a box of cereal high. to stop the drug war.
That's pretty
Alright.
hot.
Freud died September 23rd, 1939.
Yeah.
Now, if I wanted to change the past, like in these humanitarian things, I'd have to go back and stomp the crap out of McCarthy. That's what I would do.
Oh, I'd be with you.
So,
Good idea. Good idea.
What's it you beating people up?
well,
Like-
that's how you convince somebody that you're right and they're wrong.
Why don't you go beat up Hitler then? Go beat up Hitler. You'd be doing the world a favor.
No, can't do that. I just can't. The guy, I don't know. I mean, come on, we got Volkswagens and Autobahns and
Hitler
stuff.
had nothing to do with that. Germany did exist before Nazi Germany, right?
It did? Tell us about it. Tell us about it.
There was World War I Germany.
Let's see, what
Well,
would
there
we
was
not
Germany
have
even
without
before
the
World War
Nazis?
One.
Then before World War I, there was like Prussia and stuff like that.
We wouldn't have. Well, no, that's not right. What do we have because of the Nazis that's good?
Rockets.
Got to be something.
Space travel.
Autobahns. We've got autobahns.
Well, I'm telling you, space travel because
Did the Nazis build it?
Well,
And
listen,
And the
listen.
Nazis built the first rocket.
Yeah,
And
I
if
was just gonna say
you're a
rockets.
If you're a Christian, you really have to thank the Nazis for making Israel possible. Because without World War II and Hitler, there would be no Israel today.
Right, and there would be
Oh,
no
yeah,
elections in Israel
that's a
today.
I guess that's a pretty good one. Although I think that really depends, because I don't give a shit about Holy Land. Fuck your Holy Land. There ain't nothing
It's not
holy
about
about it.
Holy Land, it's just about fucking security and staying alive.
Because that was
But
all.
anyway, it is the Israeli elections today,
But
and
you've got Florida. Doesn't Florida have almost just as many Jews as Israel does? I mean, you still got Florida.
Probably.
in fact, the whole
You have
East Coast
Florida
of the United
and you got
States,
New York.
I
You
don't
have Florida and New York.
and Cleveland and all those fucking places. But there is a Israeli election today,
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm going to predict that a prime minister will be chosen.
What?
A prime minister will be elected
In what election?
in the Israeli election.
Was
Which
that
is-
the election happening?
It's happening now. Probably over for them now because it's 4 o'clock here, on the west coast. So they're about 9 hours ahead. So they're about 1 in the morning or something.
Netanyahu put out a press briefing.
I got a question about the Israeli election. Do their candidates, or whatever they're called over there, do they have like their crazies like we have in America? Like, do they have their Herman Cains and their
I'm sure they do.
That's who
their
Netanyahu. Netanyahu is the
No.
Tea Party in
No.
Israel.
Yeah, but they have
the
their
Tea Party in Israel?
Yeah, basically.
ultra orthodox, and they also have the Arab faction. So they've got a good buffer on each side. Now, Netanyahu, yeah, you're right. He would be a tea. What did you call him? A tea partier? If
Yeah.
he was
That's his main
Prime
support.
Minister of America, but he's not. He's the Prime Minister of Israel, and Israel is always vigilant along its borders and within, because of the threat of imminent attack if the security is lowered. So
We got news from Israel. They said it's too close to call as of a half hour ago on their polls.
oh, that means Netanyahu won. No, that means George Bush won.
Man, they're saying he got re-election is by vowing to not negotiate with the Palestinians.
What Netanyahu said is if he wins the election, he's not going to allow a Palestinian state to be
He won't even contemplate the idea
or designated. And I don't blame him. They can.
So what he's saying
Jordan
is he likes having rebel forces lob rockets into his country because he's an unreasonable prick and wants to keep war going. Because when you don't negotiate, it means you're for shooting each other. If people that want to stop shooting negotiate. So he's for war. He's anti-peace war. And in America, the only people that support him are the Tea Party.
Because they want war, right? They want to go over there and shoot some brown kids.
But the problem with the Israelis is that it's full of black people and white people and brown people and dark people and light people and African people and European people and everybody people. It's like a melting pot of people. It can't be apartheid. It can't be racist. It can't be all the shit that you're calling.
Yeah, at least
They're
not.
not looking out for. They're not looking for, like you say they are. They want peace. Arabs don't want peace. So Israel doesn't get peace. Simple.
No, it's really simple. They will not allow the Palestinians to have their own nation, and they will also refuse to grant citizenship. So these are disenfranchised people.
No.
Yes, they have no voice in the world.
There are many Israeli Arabs in Israel. 20% of the population, in fact, that have full citizenship because they are Israeli Arabs. Full citizenship, no restrictions.
And not all Palestinians have citizenship.
Full voting rights. Full voting rights in today's
not all Palestinians have voting rights. They do not have
all Israeli Arabs.
Not all Palestinians. I don't care about.
What's a Palestinian? What is a Palestinian?
I care about the Palestinians behind the walls being treated like slaves. That's what I care about. I don't give a fuck about Israeli Arabs.
Well, you're gonna have to find some.
You're breaking up.
We're gonna have like another argument about Israel again.
Palestinians behind walls being treated like slaves because they aren't any, at least not that are being.
Do they have the right to vote? No. Do they have the right to go wherever they want to and move about freely in their land?
This short little.
No. Do they have hospitals?
In Gaza?
No. Do they have food? No. Do they have medicine? No.
Yeah, they do.
So they are being treated
yes, they do.
subhuman.
Yes. Are you talking about Gaza or are you talking about the West?
I'm talking about Palestinians.
What is a Palestinian?
Do we need to show the map again of what Palestine is?
Oh, sure.
Because we did that a couple weeks ago. I think everybody remembers the map of Israel and the Palestinian Greenlands and how it's shrinking every year and how they're treated like shit and they don't have food and hospitals and medicine because Israel has them blockaded.
Oh, that is such nonsense, Lou.
No, it's the facts of what's going on in the world right now. You cannot deny that Israel is committing humanity in Palestine.
I think you're like 10 years behind in your news. I don't know where you're getting this stuff from because there's no walls that are holding Palestinians and there's no enslavement and all the food and don't you worry, everybody's doing fine. You can listen to what the propaganda coming out of the Arab camp is, and you'll get the absolute the impression that you have now. You'll get that impression.
No, don't even try to ignore.
Actually, see what's going on.
Happening. Sid, do not even try to ignore the crimes against humanity are happening right now by Israel. If
there are no crimes against humanity by Israel,
I am not even done. If Israel was not committing these crimes against humanity, Palestine would not be digging tunnels so they could smuggle in motherfucking concrete and goddamn food and medicine. Those tunnels are being used for weapons because the fucking extremists use them for weapons, but the people of Palestine use those fucking tunnels for food and goddamn medicine. Those tunnels would not exist if those people were not being treated like slaves. And that's the fact. If Israel wasn't committing crimes against humanity, those tunnels would not exist. Then there would be no terrorists.
Well, you're entitled to your free speech, and I take it very seriously that you are, but you are absolutely 100% wrong in this case, I'm afraid to say.
I'm staying out of this one.
Do you deny that the Palestinians are using secret tunnels to smuggle concrete, food, and medicine into their territories?
Really?
You deny that that's happening right now. Why is it that Israel is always blowing up?
I deny that it's happening right now because Israel allows.
Why don't we just solve this by Googling it? Let's Google it.
Excuse me.
Oh no, we got technical problems.
Oh, Sid's broken.
He'll be back in a minute.
Don't interrupt.
There he is.
Can we
Oh, I'm sorry.
can we Google a news article just to settle this?
Well,
Well, before you go ahead and Google while I tell you, you go ahead and Google while I tell you that every single day, truckloads of food and medicine and building supplies are sent into the Gaza Strip from Israel. The fact that the
It broke again.
the infrastructure
yeah, we got.
government buildings, public institutions, whatever. It's not Israel's fault.
So you got to fix your connection.
Dude, you might want to disable your camera again. Your internet's lagging too much. I think you have an ISP that's run by Palestinian people, and they don't like what you're saying.
Run by North Korea.
Still, they're fucking
hold
with
on a second
your
while I cancel. Hold on a second while I cancel my ISP and switch to a new one. Sort of. I don't know if that's any better or not.
Yeah, like find the biggest evil cable company in Canada and get them.
I found them.
Yeah, obviously you're not giving
Because
your
of
money.
them that
You see, because I already sold out, and I got Comcast, so I sold out to the evil people in the world.
Oh yeah, man, fucking Comcast. I hate Comcast.
But
Google needs to hurry up and install their Google Fiber in Atlanta. They're supposed to be doing it, but I don't know who's the holdup. I don't know whether it's our mayor or whether it's fucking Google's fault. But
this is.
I kind of want to change the subject, if that's okay with you all. I know how awesome it is to yell at each other.
Rental, you just reminded me of something. You live in Atlanta, right?
Sure, why not?
Well, either you do or you don't, because there's a point to this.
I know what's going on in Atlanta. I'm somewhere in Georgia.
I live in Atlanta.
Okay, then you know about the fire chief that was fired for writing a book that he didn't have permission to publish, and now he's crying. A lot of people who support him are crying freedom of religion and freedom of speech. You know about this, right?
I've heard of this story, but I have not had time to really look into it yet. The most recent, I guess, scandal, if you really want to call it that I know that's come out of Atlanta is about Creflo Dollar, which is what I wanted to kind of talk about. Because it's a bit relevant. Okay, so
I didn't know about this internet thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on it. I've got multiple monitors, so it's a little bit confusing.
Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants, all right.
This is Creflo Dollar.
Oh, I see.
Is he on the screen?
Yeah, kind of. There he is.
I see.
Okay.
I saw that guy in the headline.
So this man is a preacher. I believe he's a Baptist preacher. He runs a mega church here in Atlanta. I forget what his church is called. But anyway,
it's not sharing anymore.
He basically runs on the premise that if you are a good Christian who gives him money by paying your tithes, God will bless you. Now, for those of you who don't know what tithes are paying 10% of your income. So every month, let's say if you're on a minimal income of $2,000 a month, you are supposed to pay 10% of that, so $200 every month to him. Now, he has, I believe, 30,000 members of his church. So you can go ahead and multiply that if they're making an average of $2,000 a month, or really it's probably more than that. Around $3,000 a month, I think, is the average income for somebody here. Multiply that by 30,000 people. This guy makes a lot of money. His net worth is about $17 million. But he recently had a problem with his private jet.
$6 million.
And, oh, well, thanks for doing the math for us there. He recently had a problem with his private jet, and he needs a new one. So this guy really, he needs all of us to pitch in to help him pay for his wait, no, it's not 73, $65 million jet. He really needs our money, guys. Because, I mean, he's a pastor. He really should have a private jet. We all know the verse in the Bible where Jesus got up, I think it was during the Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus said, all men of God should have a private jet. So yes, let's give this man $65 million, and since Pastor Smack-a-Bitch is also technically a pastor, let's break him off 65 mil as well.
Well, I tell you what, let's also include Pastor J. Don't forget Pastor J, because Pastor J and the jet. But it would be a chick magnet,
maybe, perhaps.
One time I registered as a minister on an online website, so I think I need 65 million too.
So there you go. We're up to how much? $250 million now.
I'm an ordained.
You know what though? Atheism is a religion. Where's my money? I'm an atheist. That's a religion. Where's my money?
Well, you're not a minister of atheism.
No, atheism really isn't a religion either.
I
But,
know. I know.
that's
But
besides the point.
Obviously, I'm joking.
I'm a minister in the Church of Atheism. I have a little card.
But are you a pastor though?
Yes, I'm Pastor Sydney.
But you're not as of right now. Come on, hurry up and get ordained, man. These 65 million isn't going to last too long.
No, I am. I got the...
Oh no.
So if you guys want to have a funeral, no, not a problem. Islamic State. What the fuck do you think is going on with Islamic State? Not so much with the state itself, but with the young people who are going there. These young women and these young men, they're going to almost certain death, and definitely some. What do you make of that?
Of who going to their death?
You guys, I can't figure. All these young people from the West to Islamic State to join the fight.
Oh, you mean
who are joining them?
You mean
the
all
guys,
Europe?
The young men are going to fight, and the young women are going to marry the fighters.
Yeah, I don't know, because people are stupid.
Yeah. Well, I would take that. I've also got a little bit to add on to it as well. So in Islam, when you're a jihadist, if you die on the battlefield, meaning you stand your ground, you see the missile coming towards you and you don't pussy out and run away. When you die, you are sent instantaneously to paradise. I believe it's called Jahannam, where you are met with 72 virgins, or 64. It's between 72 and 64.
They're magical sections.
Yes, and they are apparently more beautiful than any woman on the face of the earth.
Why was to say that women with their male virgins?
They have magic.
Rob, let him finish. Let him finish.
Well, it actually does specify in the Quran that they are female virgins. The only problem that I have with it is that they're all white, like they're all very pale-skinned girls, and they have dark hair. So I mean, it's great if you're into gothic chicks, but I mean, if you like black girls, you're kind of out back as far as enjoying Jahannam goes. So yeah, that and that was a premise created by Muhammad. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that I understand that once you get up there and you get your 72 virgins, you only have them for after 70 years. You go and you get another 70, way more beautiful than the previous set of 72 virgins.
Yes.
You remain with those, and then you get a replacement, and this goes on and on and on. I mean, the beauty of 76 women.
Exactly. That's a recruiting tactic that was created by Muhammad himself. Because here's something you have to kind of keep in mind about Muhammad to understand some of these facets about Islam. Muhammad was a war general. He was a warmonger, and he conquered several cities during the time that he was a prophet. In fact, being a prophet was kind of that was his hobby, really. You know, his primary thing was warmonger. And he created this idea to, number one, not deter the soldiers that he had gotten on the battlefield, because, I mean, if you think about it, if you're being surrounded, if you're outnumbered, you're going to try to run away. But Muhammad said, if you run away, then you don't go to paradise. You have to stand and, stand your ground and fight to the death. That's how you go instantaneously to paradise. And another aspect of it, as far as young people going to fight ISIS, is that if you have the precondition that you are stupid, like Lou said, and you promise a teenage boy or a man in his, mid to late 20s that he gets to fuck an endless amount of people, endless amount of females, just for fighting with ISIS, that's how you can understand the recruitment tactic. You take sexually oppressed men and say, hey, you want to get you some pussy, join ISIS.
So basically, the pussy beheading people.
I mean, it's all very funny. Is that before they die, they spend their nights with these captive Yazidis or whatever, whoever they've captured, whichever young girls they've captured on their rampage through Iraq and Syria. So the inhumanity in the Islamic State, the inhumanity that we've seen in the modern era, and I think it'll come out one.
Okay, Sid.
Islamic State is.
You're still breaking up. Like, I don't know.
I can understand. I'm fine. It's not breaking up on my end.
You're not breaking up on my end.
I think Sid has to cut his camera off and just do his avatar thing, because it wasn't
really
fucking up before he put it on.
I did that.
But that's basically the recruitment tactic. Is if you basically the recruitment tactic, to kind of sum it up, is if you're a young male, you get to have sex either way, because if you die, you get the pussy in paradise. If you live, you get to rape your captives. And if you live, you also get to steal a whole bunch of shit, because ISIS is known for robbing banks and shit like that. So you get a shitload of money. You get to, fuck your captive females. You get to be in their little propaganda videos, and you get to be famous. So yeah, that's kind of the whole aspects to it. And then if you take somebody who just has that precondition where they're stupid and they're Muslims, although that might as well be synonyms, then there you go. You can make an ISIS terrorist. Stupid, desperate, down on your luck. All you need is for America to fuck you in some way. Let your welfare come late one day, and then you'll be like, this is America's fault. I'm going to go join ISIS.
Can I interject something? And I don't mean to come down on you, Mental, but not all Muslims are stupid people. I've met a lot of Muslims that are really smart people.
No, we're talking about Western civilized people that go to join ISIS.
Okay, all right. I thought he was... All right, I'm sorry. I misunderstood him.
Yeah, I'm saying you have to both be stupid and be Muslim. I don't think there's any stupid Christians joining ISIS.
Well, no, they've been beheaded.
Want to go?
Right. So you gotta be stupid, you gotta be Muslim, and you gotta be sexually frustrated, and have a slight hatred for America. Although to be honest, if you live in America, it's not hard for something to happen for you to hate America.
Not really.
So, you know,
But
that one's easy.
These are people from like the UK and Germany and shit that are going to ISIS. That still baffles me.
Well, I'm sure that Germany and the UK, they might not be as bad as America as far as some of the policies we have, but I'm sure that there's like cops in the UK that harass Muslims. I'm sure that there's cops in Germany that harass Muslims. I'm sure that their welfare checks or whatever their equivalent is might come late some months, and that of course pisses people off.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is Germany. This is a first world nation. This ain't America we're talking about. There's works over there. It's like their crime rates are so low, it's almost non-existent, right? The only thing I can think of where Germans and people from like Scandinavian nations too or whatnot would want to go to ISIS is if they're young and bored. Boredom is really the only thing I can see.
If they're young and bored.
Yeah, because I think they just want excitement in their life, and when you live in a country with no crime rate, well, you just don't have any excitement, I guess.
Well, wait a minute, though.
Where's the no crime rate?
Everybody I know that's my age, which I'm sure that these ISIS people fall into my age category because I'm only 20. Anytime I'm bored, I just go to concerts and shit like that. Or I do this. So, like why? Because, I mean, like, how is going to ISIS what you want to do when you're bored? It's not like you can just wake up one day and say, hey, I'm going to join ISIS. Like, there's a process to it.
It's like this, though. If you live in America, every time you leave your house, you know it's small, but it's not a negligible amount of a chance that you're going to get shot or shot at, right? Or arrested by a cop and beat up by a cop, okay? That's just one of the hazards of living in America. In other countries, they don't have these hazards. Like, they go outside, they have not a care in the world. Like, the idea that, hey, I might get shot out here today is not a part of their vocabulary. Like it is here. So I really do think when you're young, you take for granted the privileges you have by being in a first world nation.
Right.
Yeah.
On that note,
I have that.
I just want to mention that Lady Fairfax was invited and expected to be in this episode. She hasn't been able to make it today, so we hopefully she'll be able to make it at some future date. I also want to take this opportunity to plug our Patreon account and our T-shirt store. I just want to say about this that SecularTv is a network that hosts over 20 independent shows made by a diverse list of content creators from all over the globe. We seek out a variety of secular-minded creators, such as new voices wanting to try launching their own shows, existing voices with established shows, brands, artists, writers, and others to promote to the rest of the community. We currently have just over 1/4 of the funding we need to reach our next goal of becoming an educational non-profit, and we need your help. SecularTv also maintains 100% transparency with its content creators. All donations directly support the shows and their hosts by covering the basic operating costs and services that we provide, such as website hosting, podcast hosting, and advertising for the shows. If you enjoy one or more of the shows on SecularTv, we ask you to consider supporting our channel by becoming a patron or visiting our store. And to all of our existing patrons, thank you so much for your support in helping us build a bigger platform for secular-minded voices and for helping us achieve our goals. Again, thank you very much. Those are the plugs that I have finished for the day.
And very, very good ones, too.
Yeah, no, two contests, basically.
Yeah,
One
I
contest.
forgot to mention that again.
Yeah, one contest, two categories.
Finding
I don't know if I want to mention it again because it's a long read. But
yeah, just find your favorite 10 to 45 seconds of secular TV video and edit it out and send a link, and you can win a T-shirt.
oh, that's yeah. Okay, well then I will read it because. Okay, well I'll read it. It won't take forever. We are asking viewers to cut out clips of their favorite moments from any of the shows on Secular TV and send them to us here in the comments on Secular TV. There are two categories. One is outtakes, mistakes, and funny moments, and the other one is serious, inspirational, and great points. There's one prize in each category, an orange Secular TV T-shirt. Oh, just can't beat that. Okay, rules. The clips must be no longer than 45 seconds. I guess if you go over that a little bit, that's fine. You must note in the description the show and episode or episodes. Your clips can be multi-clip mashups, but they don't have to be. And no content creators are allowed to enter.
Right.
Now, after we have enough clips, the Secular TV team will pick the top 5 in each category and then let the public decide the winner of each.
And
with a public voting video.
yes, and if your clip includes Lou, then Sid will have sex with you at a truck stop.
Wow.
Yes.
He'll let you rub his bald head and tug on his beard.
I'll even have a freshly shaved noggin for you.
I'm so glad I'm
It's actually it also serves as a crystal ball, so you know you win both ways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, you guys, got any last words from the panel? Let's start from left to right.
Who's left? That would be.
All right, my left to right is Mental Outlaw first.
Okay. Any last words? Yes, my last words are to all the people that leave me hate comments on my Pastor Smack a Bitch videos. It is satire. Listen very carefully now. It's satire.
Look at the camera and say that. Look at the camera and say that.
I'll look right into the camera. I'll get close for this. It's satire.
There you go.
Okay? I don't know what makes you think that an actual preacher would run an atheist YouTube channel, but yeah, so no need to call me a homophobe. I'm not a homophobe.
Okay, everybody, Kenny, Mental Outlaws videos are satirical, okay? Satirical, yes. Look it up. Rob? Hello?
Hi.
Any last words?
I had a good time tonight. It was great. Tomorrow night tomorrow night I'm doing my Beyond Gods episode.
Oh, yes. Rob has a Beyond Gods YouTube channel. Is that what it's called? Beyond Gods?
Beyond Gods, yeah.
It's called Beyond Gods. Check it out. It's he's got some really good content up there. Mental Outlaw as well has some fantastic videos out there that'll really get you thinking, laughing, and watch them before you go out to work because it'll make your day. Lou makes videos.
Occasionally, yeah.
Occasionally Lou makes videos. He's Lou Plisken, L-O-U space P-L-I-S-K-E-N. Look it up on YouTube. Watch the videos and see how crazy people can get.
Yes, I definitely promote the crazy.
Right. My name is Sidney Winston. I have a YouTube channel. I don't often add to it, but I probably will start. I am also Ask an Atheist. I have an Ask an Atheist YouTube channel for which which I do most of my YouTubing on, if I do it at all. So check it out. There's some stuff there. There's some stuff you might like. There's some stuff you won't like for sure. This is probably gonna wrap it up for today. It's an hour has gone by, and I think we've covered most everything we wanted to. Thank you to Kenny from Mental Outlaw, Rob from Beyond Gods, and Lou, my co-host, from Tacoma, or wherever the hell you are.
Oh, Washington.
Washington. And I'm Sydney Winston from Vancouver, BC, Canada, wishing you a very great week, and thank you very much for watching.